Local news that matters. This is CBS 17 News.
There's a shooter at the school, and he's running around the hallways.
A bogus threat with real consequences. Tonight, we're getting answers on the 911 call that led to school panic.
Right now, holiday traffic is crawling.
One or the other will be making the trip.
Gridlock grind, team coverage from the airport to the highways as millions of people make their way to a Thanksgiving for the record books. Plus,
even going down by 5 cents, it's going down. So, nothing to complain.
How prices at the pump are helping people spread a little holiday cheer.
And now, your forecast first from the CBS 17 Storm Team.
Another great day here in central North Carolina. Not bad for the day before Thanksgiving. We got changes, though, for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Good evening, and thanks for joining us on CBS 17. I'm Wes Hohenstein. So lots of sun today, no clouds and clear skies tonight. Of course, no rain, but it's going to get a little chilly. Temperatures, after topping out in the 50s today, will drop through the 40s tonight. And we may not get out of the 40s the next 2 days. And that's not even the overnight lows. I'll tell you how cold they're going to get. And I'll update you on this weekend's rain coming up a little later.
Right now, millions of families are getting ready for Thanksgiving, either traveling to a relative's house or waiting for someone to arrive. This is a live look from our DOT camera at Wade Avenue and I-440 looking west. Things look calm out there. Good evening, I'm Marius Payton.
I'm Angela Taylor, and while most families are getting ready for a celebration tomorrow, the family of Hanya Aguilar are still waiting for the 13-year-old girl to come home. A masked man took the girl from outside her home in Lumberton on November 8th. CBS 17 Sheena Elsie has been on this story on the kidnapping and is back in Lumberton tonight. Sheena.
Well, we just talked with the family, but they were still too distraught to talk with us on camera. However, the feeling in the neighborhood is very somber, too. Friends of the kidnapped teen saying things here just aren't the same. Just down the road from where 13-year-old Hanya Aguilar was kidnapped, playing outside hasn't been the same.
Everybody used to come outside, play basketball, and jump on trampoline with me and my friends. But now they're not outside as much.
She's been missing for more than 2 weeks.
Sad. I feel like somebody shouldn't take a human being because they're living, breathing.
Investigators tracked down leads about the kidnapper, but still nothing. No sign of Hanya other than the pictures of her and her friends at a school dance and their memories.
I'll get off the bus. We always talk. Like every day we always talk and stuff. I have her in my 7th period. She's always talkative.
I knew her since 4th grade because she was one of the first person I talked to.
But now, where they all went to school together is different too, with missing signs up, hoping she comes back to the neighborhood she called home.
Like, it always give me emotions and stuff because like she's not here, and like I don't have nobody to talk to.
And every time I look at her house, I think of Hanya.
Now, investigators are also asking people who live in the neighborhood and in surrounding areas to check your property and report anything suspicious as they continue their search for Hanya. Live in Lumberton, Sheena Elsie, CBS 17 News.
And the FBI is asking hunters in Robeson County to check their deer cams for any sign of Hanya. They're also still trying to identify the man caught on camera walking near the Rosewood Mobile Home Park early in the morning on November 8th. You can find that video on CBS17.com. The reward for information leading to Hanya is $30,000, and there is the tip line number, 910-272-5871.
We have a crime alert tonight in a northwest Raleigh neighborhood where police tell us a woman was attacked on her screened-in porch. It happened at her home near the Greystone Village Shopping Center off Lead Mine Road. She was able to fight that attacker off. Take a look at this. Raleigh police released a composite sketch of the man they're looking for. He's believed to be in his early 20s. Take another look. Early 20s with longer hair.
There's a shooter at the school, and he's running around the hallways.
Okay, what school? What school are you at?
Carbo Elementary.
Police say a student from Carborough Elementary School made that bogus 911 call Tuesday that caused the school and daycare center to go on lockdown. This is video of the chaos from Sky Eye 17. Tonight, the investigation is still ongoing, and it's not known what, if any, criminal charges will be filed. It was that 911 call that prompted about 50 law enforcement officers from various local and state agencies to respond. Officers searched the school and daycare and determined there was no threat. Coming up new at 5:30, we're getting answers on on whether or not an elementary student will face federal charges.
By planes, trains, and automobiles, millions of Americans are headed home right now for the Thanksgiving holiday. AAA says expect big delays on the road tonight, and we are monitoring things at RDU. This is a live look at the security wait times until 8 o'clock tonight. Most are in yellow, meaning about 20-minute waits. CBS 17's Birshel Edmay spent today at RDU to show us what the airport is doing to make sure you make it to the gate on time.
On one of the busiest travel days of the year, people expected to wait. And for the early birds, they got it. Travelers wrapped around the airport in the TSA line, which moved pretty steady. 14 minutes was the longest wait in Terminal 2.
We're from New York, so I mean, we were nervous, but definitely not as nervous as if we were flying from New York, because that's always so much busier.
Yeah. While this sister duo worried about the wait, another pair had their hands full trying to navigate through the crowd. Airport officials estimate that 250,000 people will fly through RDU this week.
We definitely plan ahead, but this is their first time on the flight, all of us together at once. So, you know, it's a surprise for them too. So we try not to say much, but we got it. We got all 5 of them on lock.
An early Christmas treat for the kids with an LA trip to visit family. Meanwhile, on the other side of the terminal, Marie Peralta was thankful for a Thanksgiving getaway.
I'm ready to go. Yes, I love it there. I love hot weather. I enjoyed it.
If you're flying on Turkey Day or later this week, airport officials recommend you arrive at least 90 minutes before your flight. And heads up, parking can get crowded too, so check online before your flight. There you'll be able to reserve your spot, get to the airport, and have a smooth flight. Reporting at RDU, I'm Birshel Edmay with CBS 17 News.
And if you're driving to your Thanksgiving destination, you are not alone. This is a live look from our DOT camera at I-40 and I-540. Eastbound lanes there on the right-hand side. It is not bad out there right now, but that will change. AAA estimates more than 48 million Americans are hitting the roads for Thanksgiving. CBS 17's Michael Hyland live tonight. And Michael, before people head out to the highway, they have to fill up their cars. So how are gas prices looking?
Yeah, I've been talking to a lot of people as they get ready to head out, going to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving. And for some people, though, it's these prices right here that even made it possible for them to see their families. Zipping around town, one sign and then another. For Sue Wozniak, they're not just numbers on a board. They're a sign she could actually come to Raleigh from Ohio.
It does make a difference, yeah. Yeah, because if it was too high, I wouldn't have been able to make the trip for my grandchildren's birthday, and that would have been hard.
Families hoping to spend time together are getting some relief at the pump. AAA says the average price for a gallon of gas in Raleigh has dropped 20 cents since last month. It's due to a drop in the cost of crude oil and increased production.
It's not too bad.
For Ryan Breedlove, the lower prices make a difference when it already costs more than $50 to fill up.
I'm going to Topsail Friday, so that'll be a help going down, hopefully.
The experts at Gas Buddy point out even with the recent drop, prices are still higher than at this time last year. They expect fewer people on the road because of that. Kathleen Wu says she's just glad prices are going in the right direction.
It makes a whole lot of difference because everything costs money. And the holiday season, and then there's another one coming up.
But perhaps more money in your pocket when it gets here. And one of the big questions, how much longer is this going to last? Coming up new at 6, I'm taking a closer look at what you can expect after Thanksgiving. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
You got to fill up to get back home. Michael, thank you. Now, we've been checking with RDU about the parking. At 4:30, more than half of Premier parking was already full. 90% of the spaces at the Economy 3 lot are taken, and about 80% of those spaces in the Economy 4 lot are taken. Here is a real-time look at traffic around the Triangle tonight. You can see those trouble spots in red and orange. Not that bad out there. If you're traveling tonight, though, or tomorrow, make sure you download the CBS 17 News and weather apps. That way you can keep up with news, weather, and traffic while on the road. Just search for CBS 17 in your app store.
While the turkey is the star on most holiday tables, you can't forget about the ham. This is video from earlier today of the line to get the Honey Baked Ham store on Six Forks Road in Raleigh. It is backed up there. What about that pork in the road?
Oh, my goodness.
Pork in the road, you get it?
Get it.
The city even puts up an electronic sign designating a ham lane to help ease the congestion as much as possible. And happening right now, Governor Roy Cooper is at the Raleigh Rescue Mission to help serve Thanksgiving Eve dinner. Governor Cooper, along with a group of volunteers made up of family and friends, prepared and are serving tonight's meal to about 130 mission clients and staff members. Every day of the year, volunteers help provide meals to those under the care of Raleigh Rescue Mission.
Romaine lettuce, while it's not the star of any Thanksgiving meal, a green salad is usually on the table. But this year, the CDC is warning people to throw out the romaine because it could be contaminated with a very dangerous strain of E. coli. CBS 17's Holden Kurwicki live tonight getting answers about how you can make sure your Thanksgiving dinner is safe. Holden.
Well, Angela, it seems like every week we have a story about another food being recalled. Last week it was ground turkey. This week, romaine lettuce. In fact, 1 in 6 people will actually get food poisoning over the course of a calendar year. And the experts are telling me that this is a little more serious than your average stomach bug.
It's one of the busiest days of the year at Lowe's Foods in Briar Creek.
We've got several things going on. For any last-minute shopping, we've got fresh turkey still available in all of our locations. We've got spiral hams. We have all the side fixings that you would want.
Division Director Greg Rockwell says there's one dinner table staple that shoppers won't find on their shelves.
The government agencies have asked the retailers to pull the romaine lettuce, and we have done that just like all the other retailers. We do have several other options as well.
Fruits and vegetables are actually our #1 source of foodborne illness outbreaks in the U.S.
Food safety specialist like NC State Professor Ben Chapman says that romaine has already been linked to 30 illnesses nationwide, but there are still a number of questions.
We don't really have any indication on what type of romaine, where it was grown, who is producing it. It's just a blanket statement, which we don't often see. What we do know is it's linked to an outbreak that happened a year ago. It's genetically the exact same E. coli. Wow. And so that was also an unsolved outbreak.
Like many foodborne illnesses, Chapman says you can't smell or taste it, and there's no way to simply wash it off.
It's really important to just treat it almost like raw meat. Take that bag and put it directly into the trash.
That still doesn't mean you should pass over the salad on your way to turkey and stuffing.
Continue to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, even though they can lead to foodborne illness. We eat billions of meals every year that don't make us sick. Something special about this one right now that we're really trying to figure out what it is.
Now, Lowe's Foods is actually locally owned and operated, so if you do have some romaine lettuce and want to bring it back, they will exchange it and give you a refund or let you get another type of lettuce so you can make your salad. If you have already eaten some of that romaine lettuce and gotten sick, and you have symptoms such as nausea or vomiting or diarrhea, you do want to call your doctor because this can lead to some much more serious illnesses. Live in Briar Creek, Holden Kurwicki, CBS 17 News.
I'm glad I opted for no lettuce this year for my Thanksgiving meal, so we're good.
Good call for you. Hey, the last place you want to be right now is where Holden was, and that was at a grocery store. We're going to tell you how Amazon can help you out if you forgot something on your Thanksgiving Day grocery list.
Hey, can Amazon do anything about our colder temperatures coming? You know, it's beautiful super sunset right now, and it's 52 degrees. We're not going to see temperatures in the 50s, though, again until this weekend. So that means cold weather's coming. I'll tell you exactly how cold coming up in your forecast.
And a local agency needs help for the holiday season. Next at 5, why the Salvation Army needs its own toy workshop.